what I've decided to do in order to help me relax is just to find things that make me happy, because I think generally whatever makes you happy makes you relaxed. And I thought at 35 that I knew everything that I liked, but in the last 12 months I found 2 new things that I didn't know I liked. The first one was courtesy of a nice lady on Facebook who said, I understand that you like chocolate, but I don't know if you know this fact, that if you have a square of dairy milk and a square of Galaxy at the same time, it's so good that it makes you do sex noises. I mean, like, good ones. I don't mean like, oh, get it out. I can tell some of you are now working out your route home via a newsagent. Please like the show should be sponsored, because I'm telling you, go out and buy chocolate. The show's not sponsored. But if your future show is called Dairy Millican, then maybe things have changed. The other thing I didn't know I liked, I told you I don't have kids. A friend of mine had a baby in August last year. And I thought I'd buy a present for the baby, because that's what you do, isn't it? I went into Marx's, went into the baby section, had a wander around, realised that while I don't like children, I really love tiny clothes. Picked up a couple of baby clothes for the actual child and then saw the smallest jeans I've ever seen. So I bought them and I didn't give them to my friend. I brought them with us to show you. They do look a little bit like aspirational jeans, don't they? Someday I'm going to get in those fuckers. But I don't know what to do with them. They've been in a bag since August last year. I can't put them in a cupboard because I don't have a cupboard for children's clothes. I can't bin them. Imagine finding a black bag with just those in. I might have to kill a child to avoid looking weird. But I was trying to think of different ways to justify keeping them, like, what if a baby visitor got caught in the rain? But has slightly sinister qualities as well, though, doesn't it? Well, let's get you out of those wet things. So I googled people who like tiny clothes, thinking there must be more than me. There's probably a website, there might even be a support group where mainly tiny jeans could fit in. Nothing. The only name that kept coming up over and over again was Cheryl Cole. Because she fucking wears them. So if Cheryl Cole ever comes round to my house and shits herself, and if when she shits herself, she accidentally gets a little bit on her shoes, he's only like a month old. A different friend of mine had a baby a month ago, and I said to my boyfriend, I'm going to go and get a present for the baby, and he knows me so well that he said, while you're there, why don't you treat yourself? So I picked up a little cardigan, a little pair of jeans for the actual child, and then I saw those and I thought, I'm fucking having them. But I'm aware that it's weird. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. But I didn't want it to look weird to the lady on the till, so I made sure they're all the same age group, and all sort of matched colour-wise, and I put them on the counter. And she said, these are lovely, aren't they? And I said, yeah, they're for my friend. My friend just had a baby. And she said, oh, if that's the case, would you like some gift receipts? And I said, oh, just for the cardigan and the jeans, because I'm going to keep the plimsolls for me. Oh, shit. My friend said, are you going to get a denim jacket to go with them? I said, I'm not trying to build a tiny Bryan Adams.